Awesome. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon if you are somewhere on the mainland or somewhere elsewhere. And if you are watching the Facebook Live, aloha and welcome to our Thursday morning weekly Tropical Biohackers team call. I am so glad you are all here. I know that we have some new distributors on here today and some older ones. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And we are now live streaming on our Facebook page, so you can find us there too. Happy December. I think this is probably one of the fastest years that I've experienced thus far. It flew by for me, but I cannot believe it's December 2nd and the year is almost over. But it's been one. I'll just say that. I'm going to just start with some quick announcements and some recognition. So first, the announcements are there is no LVA for December. So you will not be registering for that Saturday LifeVantage Academy. They are skipping it due to holidays, which makes complete sense. And if there is the February 11th and 12th Orlando in-person Elite Academy. So you can register for that now, or if you're planning to not fly over, then you will want to buy that virtual ticket, and the tickets for registration are up now. And if you are flying over, I highly encourage you to get those tickets booked. I know that Sarah Redican and I have our flights. So if you want those details, we can share them with you. I know, it's coming up soon. So make those plans. And they did just launch the hotel that we're going to be staying at where the convention is held. So that makes it very convenient for all of us. So yay for that. And then check your Cabo points. Let those grow every month and do what you need to do to get yourself to Croatia, not Cabo. That was the last one. Croatia. Let's go. Who's going? Let's go. Super excited about that. And then I wanted to do some recognition. So we have some Pro ones in the house. So that is 1,000 in PV or personal volume. And some of these are brand new distributors. So congratulations for hitting that first rank in your first month. Pro ones, we have Shauna Bach, Nicole Mosk, Cami Arney, Cicely Purdon, Summer Slat. Congratulations. So exciting. And then we have one new Pro 2, which is 2,500 in volume. And that is for Tamar Helmick. Congratulations. So proud of you. And then I wanted to congratulate our pool dippers. So the pool dippers is getting 5 customers with a total of 500 personal volume. And then the company gives a nice little bonus at the end of that. So our pool dippers are Tina. Congratulations, Tina. Maribel, Sarah Redican, Tara Ornelas, Julie McAfee, Tamar, and Kristen Algren, Tasha, Cami, and Kay Howe. Congratulations on that one dip in the pool. And then we do have Susan and Jamie Alden did 2 dips in the pool again. Congratulations. That is so amazing. And I see that Mr. Satterfield has joined us. Thank you so much. Sarah, thank you so much for getting this set up with Scott today. We just love you, Scott. I remember when I first started my LifeVantage journey, you came to Hawaii when we had our live in-person LVAs, and you had a profound effect on me, just your realness, your humbleness, your sweetness, all of it. Love the accent, the whole thing. Oh, my daughter joined us just now. Hello. And then you came back again, I think within the same year, even if just a couple months later. And it was just same feeling. And we just love your energy. And I remember my sister, Kristen, and we were sitting in Cancun, It was our last night, and we were having one of our last suppers because they just let you eat all you want. So we went back for more, and you came and sat with us, and we had a glass of wine, and it was just such a sweet time to connect with you. And then we just saw you in Utah at Rye Fry's Pro 10 party. And so it was just so great to connect with you all through this journey. I've been with LifeVantage for 5 years, and just having your shares and your stories and your energy has just been really, really impactful for me. And I know a lot of our team members here just really appreciate you and love you. So thank you. I'm going to let you take the floor. Just a little bit about Scott. Hold on, I didn't have it written in my notes. He started with LifeVantage 11 years ago. This was his first time in network marketing. He is married to his wife, Linda, for 19 years. They have 3 children that they love to travel with, and they homeschool. Congratulations. I'm getting close to that. And he loves to water ski barefoot and sail and teach and train entrepreneurs. So thank you for being here. I know when you've shared in the past, you've kind of, you've shared about Bob, and we talk about Bob a lot and that whole thing, and a lot of the pillars of this business model and what we have here. But I would just love to know like a little bit of your story and how you grew and where you're at now, and any nuggets you want to share with us will be fabulous. So take it away. Thank you for being here, Scott.
Very good. Thank you. Thanks for Sarah for reaching out, and Katie for hosting, and all of the Hawaii people. I know a lot of your team. I feel like I know you guys very well, and we've had some really good times together. Always enjoyed coming to Hawaii. I'm really kind of it's a little, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. I should be on a plane to Hawaii right now, but we're not for lots of reasons. But just love my Hawaii people. I've always had a kinship with you guys, and thought that I just always kind of felt like home. So, and if I was there, I wouldn't be wearing this flannel right now, which would be nice. I'd be in my board shorts like I normally am. all summer long, I'm in board shorts and t-shirt. If I wear a shirt at all, I mean, that's my flip flops and board shorts are my standard attire all summer. So, yeah, so I'm excited about being on the call. To kind of give you guys a quick background on me. I grew up here in the Midwest in Indiana, worked at the Detroit Diesel for a while. I worked at Eaton Corporation, did different manufacturing type jobs and things. Got out of that, ended up getting into medical sales. I like doing both. I like the manufacturing work, and I like the sales work. But what I found out over time, I worked with some big companies like GE and stuff as well, and I didn't like working for the corporation, right? I needed more independence than that. And so ended up going to work by myself, and I thought, man, that'll be better. I can finally get off the hamster wheel. And then when I had my own business for a short while, I realized that you never get off the hamster wheel when you have your own business, right? You're just running it 24/7 because it's just you. And that was a huge thing we did for a while, and then I started looking for something different. I ended up going back to work for somebody else, and was like, things have got to change, right? And at the time, we just had 3 babies in 4 years, so my kids were 4, 2, and 1 when we found LifeVantage, or when LifeVantage found us. It was actually Linda's dad was involved with one of the initial investors. So we were actually, it got us involved. So we were actually stockholders in LifeVantage before LifeVantage became a network marketing company. And saw the ABC primetime live. I saw the stock jump over $20, and I saw it tank to under a dime. And so when it came around, we got the chance to be in network marketing. Linda's dad called us up and was like, hey, you should check this thing out, right? You guys will be great at this, right? Any of you heard that before? we're just like, we just had 3 babies in 4 years. I'm working my tail off. I don't know how we're going to fit this into our life, but we went and saw the presentation. Actually flew out to Denver to see our first presentation from Indiana, and just thought, this is too good to be true, and this could be a way out, right? This could be a way to a better life. So make a long story short, we jumped on. We were the first distributors east of the Mississippi for LifeVantage. I think our distributor number was like 420, which a lot of you might automatically go, oh, no wonder he did well, right? Because he got in first. Well, no, you don't really want to be in first, not that early, because that's when it's like getting dropped in the middle of the woods and you're the only one with an axe, right? And then you've got to like build a road all by yourself. That's hard. It's tough being the first distributor in your state or in your area or even in your town. It's all very tough. And so even for the pioneers in Hawaii, you're way farther away from the home ground than I was. So some of you guys know, and we just built over time. We kept belief in the dream of what could happen, even when we couldn't see it. We knew what could happen. In our first meeting, I invited all my relatives, everybody. I cashed in every card I could. Skip flew out from Denver. We had 26 people in the room. I remember fast forwarding from that. I remember one time when we had like 22 people in the room, and I looked around and there were 2 people that I didn't invite, right? That I didn't know. And I thought, oh, this is working, right? Duplication's starting to happen. And then I remember when we got a paycheck hitting Pro 4 and we got a couple $100. We needed new tires for the minivan. And I thought, this thing might actually work, right? We're making some money. And really in the beginning, Linda was doing all the meetings. I had my full-time job. She was kind of doing things. I was inviting and supporting and doing all of that, but this was mostly her gig in the beginning. I didn't present till a little over a year after we'd been in the company. And then we got to Pro 4. We stayed at Pro 4 for like a year. Things got stagnant, and then we jumped ahead. We came back and decided we needed a new batch of people, right? So we came back, recruited a whole bunch more people, and then we eventually made the push over to Pro 5. And then we got stuck at Pro 5 for a long time. And I'll tell you my lesson there for you guys who've been in for a little bit. It's if you find yourself leveling off, it's because you're trying to grow your people too much, right? And maybe that doesn't make sense, but it's like you want it for your people. You're trying to grow leadership in your business, so maybe they don't want to be leaders, right? Maybe you don't have the leadership there yet. And anytime you want to rank advance or go to that next level, you got to get a new batch of people, because when you get a new batch of people, that's going to motivate your current people, and then everybody's going to rise up from that. So we went and got a new batch of people, made a huge push and got to Pro 7. And then we went from, and it's funny because when we went to Pro 7, Pro 5, that's when I quit my job. I went full time, and I talked to Linda and I said, I've got a plan. I think I could quit my job. We're going to have to grow this business. We're going to have to hit Pro 7 in about 6 months. But I think if I go full time at it, that we could do that. And she's like, you think we can do this? And I went and asked a lot of the leaders and people, my mentors and things in LifeVantage, and all of them said, don't quit your job, right? You don't quit your job till you've at least replaced your income. I wasn't there yet, but I just wanted it so bad we did it anyway. And I told Linda, I was like, if this doesn't work, we got 6 months to hit elite. If this doesn't work, we're going to end up in a van down by the river. And she laughed too, but I wasn't laughing. I was like, no, this is for real. We got to make this happen. So we ended up making it happen, and then kept working, rolled into Pro 8 and then to Pro 9 after that. And I tell you, it's been a wonderful journey in the personal development and personal growth of what's happened in the last 11 years now. It's just been incredible. It's funny to look back, and it's even funny as I hear the story coming out of my mouth, because I've been telling the LifeVantage story now for so long about what the place I was in then and the place I am in now, and how that's changed our life, how it's changed the lives of a lot of people. And I've gotten to meet, travel the world, meet awesome people like you Hawaiians, and expand my family. So it's been a wonderful blessing, and it's been something I wouldn't trade for anything. I think it's probably the most amount of growth I've ever done any period of my life has been the last 10 years, and the challenges and the things and the people I've gotten to associate with, and the way I've been able just to elevate as we go on. So that's a little bit of my story and how it is that. And if you guys, I know it was a couple have requested for a couple of skills, right, that I could talk about. I would talk, maybe I could tell the Bob story if you guys want to hear that one. I see some people shaking their heads, so that's a good one. And we got some new people on here. This is one of the biggest obstacles for new people, right? And something that for maybe those of you that have been around for a little while to get back in your head, okay, that your new people are going to be terrified of talking to other people, right? And doing it in the right way, and then facing the rejection that comes with that, because it hurts, right? It even still hurts now. I've just gotten used to it a little bit more, but it hurts. It it's funny because you wouldn't think it'd make you mad, right? Being a Pro 9 and having a Pro 9 paycheck. When your good buddy tells you no, it's still, you're like, and they're like, no, those things don't work. And I'm like, well, wait, it's been paying my mortgage for like 6 years. How does this not working? I don't, please tell me. Why do you not get it? You know, and the thing is that it's not that they don't get it, right? It's just they're looking for an excuse to say no. And they don't want to just tell you that they're not up to the challenge, right? That's a lot of it. So they'll come for reasons that LiveVantage isn't going to work for them, not that they're not going to work for LiveVantage, right? And one of the best examples I heard of this was who was it? Was Big Al that was a teaching, and he talked a little bit about the Bob story. And I've modified this a little bit, but it's, you know, really, if you take this as we're playing a game, okay, we're just playing a game. And if I took you all to the mall, okay, and I told you all that if the first person that could get, you know, 100 people to give you a $20 bill, you could be an elite distributor, right? And so if we all went to the mall and you were walking around the beach and you're going up to people asking for a $20 bill, how would that make you feel, right? You might go to the first person like, hey, you know, I'm trying to win this contest and I want, you know, do you have $20 you could give me? Well, by the second or third time, your shoulders would come in and be like, hey, can I have $20, please? This crazy dude, Scott, over here is making me get $20 from people, right? And you wouldn't feel good about what you're doing. And that translates as you're asking somebody to join your business. Because a lot of people times, how are we asking people to watch our video, right? Or, hey, can I put you in my app, please? It won't be bothersome. No, I just want to put you in the app. It's going to send you some stuff and, you know, you can maybe take a look at it, you know, or I've got this video that, you know, I thought it was kind of cool. Maybe you'll like it too. If you're coming from that weak type of posture, they're automatically going to be like, Scott's not having fun doing what he's doing. So I'm probably not going to, I don't want to be doing what he's doing right now. Right? I don't want to go around and I don't want to be at the barbecue and going around cornering people and trying to beg people to watch my video or get into my app or whatever it is. So remember, as you're talking to people, they're looking and seeing, well, this is what I'm going to be doing if I say yes to whatever this is. So you got to be having fun with it, right? And a lot of that comes with having a confidence and a little bit of a thick skin of what you got going on. So what if we change that game up, right? We went to the beach and I gave you guys all $100 bills, right? Or $120 bills. And your job then was to give away the $20 bills. And then what would that look like? Right? You'd be walking down the beach, you see somebody come on, hey, you want $20? Hey man, have a $20 bill. Right? They'd be like, well, awesome, thanks. Hey, have a good day, you know, and you go down to the next person, have a $20 bill, have a $20 bill. The next, you might come up on somebody, hey, have a 20, and they're like, whoa, right? No, I don't want your $20. You just keep it, you know. And then you'd be like, what? And they'd be like, no, I don't want your $20. And how would that make you feel? You wouldn't have much charge on it, would you? You'd just be like, well, okay, you don't want $20? Fine, I'll find the next guy, right? They'll take $20, they'll take $20, and you give away your $20. So if we treat our business that way, right, not that we're asking anybody to do anything, but what we're actually doing is trying to give them a gift. We're trying to invite them to the funnest party that you know Hawaii's got going on, right? Is the LiveVantage party, and you got a special ticket. I've got the special ticket to invite you to this party. And hey, if you don't want to go, I guess you're going to miss out, right? But I don't feel bad about it. I'm just inviting you to the party. I'm inviting you to some better health, right? I'm inviting you to a chance to get out of your rat race job. I'm inviting you to hang out with cool people like this, you know, all over the world. And if you don't want to do that, then okay, right? It doesn't affect what I know I'm offering you. Right? Because don't we have awesome products, right? That can increase your health. Don't we have an opportunity to build something from your phone that you can give to people? And so it's a whole different mentality when you switch it that way. And so what we're really doing is asking people to join the Bob Club, right? Because the Bob Club, it's just a club of people named Bob, right? So I go to my neighbor and I'm like, hey, and my neighbor's name is Duke, actually. And I was like, you know, I don't even think that's short for Bob. It's like, hey, Duke, I got a Bob Club. You want to join? And he's like, no, Scott, I'm not a Bob. I don't want to be in your Bob Club. And I'd be like, oh man, but it's a really great club. You know, why don't you want to join the Bob Club? It's a good club, Duke. You could do that. He's like, no, Scott, it's not for me today. I'm like, well, all right. So I go to my coworker, right? And I say, hey, John, I got this awesome thing. I got this video you want to watch, and you get to see this thing called the Bob Club, and you get to be a part of it. And John's like, Scott, I don't want to be in a Bob Club. I'm already in a John Club, okay? And so I don't want to be in your Bob Club. And I'm like, no, John, this is perfect for you. You need to do this. And so we kind of pestered our coworker, right? Say, John, do you need to join this club? And so I go to the next person, Sally, right? And Sally, you want to join the Bob Club? No, I don't want to be in the Bob Club. I'm like, oh man, so I keep going down, and I'm feeling bad about it, right? Because nobody wants to be in my Bob Club. And so then I go back to John, coworker. We eat lunch every day. John, you got to join my Bob Club, man. And he's like, Scott, I already told you, no, you don't get it. You don't get it. The big Bob is coming to town. And when the big Bob comes to town, if you'll just come, you get to meet all the other Bobs. You're going to love this. I got a name change form. You can change your name to Bob, and you can come be a part of a Bob Club. And he's like, Scott, I don't want to be a part of a Bob Club, right? No, I'll buy you dinner, John. I'll buy you dinner. Just come to the meeting. All right, I'll do that for a free dinner. So I go to go take him to dinner. We go see the big Bob. He comes into town. Nope, John still didn't want to be in the Bob Club. And I'm like, what is wrong? What's going on? Right. So I give up on John finally. I go to the next guy. And I see the dude in front of me at Starbucks. Hey, what's your name? My name's Bob. Really, Bob? I got a Bob Club. Would you like to take a look at my Bob Club? Well, that sounds awesome. Yeah, I've been kind of looking for a Bob Club. You mean there's a club of just Bobs? Yeah, there's a club of Bobs. Why don't you come check it out? Dude, I'd love to. What time is it? Do you meet tonight? Is that when we go? I'll meet you tonight. We can go over there. I want to check out and see these Bobs. Right. And I'm thinking, what I do different, right? You didn't do anything different. You just finally met a Bob. That's it. Right. A Bob that wants to be part of your Bob Club. And we beat ourselves up so much talking to all these people that aren't Bob that sometimes we miss the Bob that's in the room, right? We talk to one or two people in the room, they say no, so we don't talk to the rest of them, and there's Bobs everywhere, right? Our job is just to find the people named Bob. That's what we're trying to do here. And so if you change this into the game of I got to find people that want to join the Bob Club, and then it gets really easy, right? We don't have to talk, we don't have to buy John dinner, right? I don't have to talk Duke, my neighbor, into it. I don't have to do anything else. I just got to keep talking to people until I find the ones named Bob. And then when you find them, because you've met those people, right? They're like, they see the ABC primetime or they look at the science and like, this stuff's amazing. How does anybody not take this, right? Obviously, probably most of you on this call were like, this is going to be the easiest thing I've ever done, because why would you not want to reduce your oxidative stress, right? Why wouldn't you want to upregulate your glutathione by 300%? Why wouldn't you want to do all of these things? Right? Who would not join this club, right? And then you get into it for about a month or two, and you're like, I didn't realize there's so many stupid people in the world, right? how they not want to do this? I don't get it. And so that's really what we're doing, guys. That's what makes it easy. And trying to explain that to your brand new people is that we're just looking for people named Bob. Not everybody is going to do it. In fact, most of them won't for some weird reason. But if we find a few that can find a few that can find a few, you can build a tremendous organization, right? That can be so big. So I think that's the number one thing is when you're inviting people to see this, that, and don't be the expert, right? You just heard some words come out of my mouth. I don't want ever to come out of yours. Don't ever say glutathione to somebody, right? Don't even say oxidative stress. I'll give you a couple of my best analogies or ways that I talk to people when I'm opening the door, unless I find out they're a medical person, right? Or have some that say, basically, you're saying, hey, we're getting older, right? And as we get older, the dimmer switch is turning down. As the dimmer switch turns down, we make less garbage men. The garbage men don't take out, there's not as many garbage men, they can't take out the trash builds up, and we start to look like this, right? We get the wrinkles, we get the grays, we get all this, fun stuff that gets to happen that comes with wisdom. And the doctors don't tell you about that because there's nothing they could do about it. But we found out a way. It's not supplementing the body. This is not another vitamin. It's not supplementation, it's activation. What if you could activate your body, turn up that dimmer switch? When you turn up the dimmer switch, your body makes more garbage men. When you make more garbage men, they take out the trash. You feel better. You feel less trashy. Does that sound like a good idea? Who doesn't want to feel less trashy, right? So it's real easy. You get some more information. Let me put you in the app. It's going to tell you the rest of how this works, right? And then you ask them too. You ask them right when you first talking to them, what is your interest, right? When you have your meeting, you're presenting to somebody. It's, well, why did you sit down today? Before I tell you anything about what we're doing, why are you here? You know, you've got a problem that you need a solution for, is what I'm guessing, right? Either that or you know, Scott promised you a free meal. Maybe that's why you're here. But if that's not the case, you either have a health issue or a money issue or a social issue, right? You're looking for a new club, some fun people to hang out with. You got a health thing, you're into health and want to increase your health, and or you have an entrepreneurial issue, right? A money issue. And so if you tell me what you want to hear about, that's what I'll talk about most, because that's a better way to do a meeting than for me, like I used to in the very beginning. I just talked for an hour and a half, and I hope I had the shotgun approach and hope that I hit your hot button. Now I don't say anything until I find out what your hot button is. And I've even used that term. I'm like, hey, so tell me what your hot button is. You know, why did you sit down? Why did you take time out of your schedule to sit down here? Is it because, you know, you want health, you want money, you want both? Or are you just looking for fun people to hang out with? Because I got it all, right? We have it all. We got that awesome Live Vantage Club. And so that's kind of in a nutshell, the things on inviting, I think, is the key thing. And then when you start to talk to people, find out what's important to them. You know, slow down, ask the questions, find out what's important to them, and talk about them what's important. And then when you answer that question, say, well, okay, what's the next most important thing? And then if there's things that you really want them to know as you're answering their question, you can weave it in anyway, right? You can do that all the time. I have a huge Amish team. And I remember one time a guy asked me, I got specific instructions not to talk about the business to these Amish people. They were not interested in it. And towards the end of the meeting, I kept it pretty much about health and answered their questions. But at the end, I was like, isn't it weird that if this product is so good, yet you can't get it on the shelves of the store? All right, would you like to know why? And they're like, yeah. And then I told them why, and went right into the business of it and why it was a good business. And they ended up signing up as distributors. And I looked at the person that invited me, and I was like, hey, it's okay if I talk some business, right? He's like, yes, of course. It was funny how that worked out. But any, I guess, quick questions on the mechanics or things, you know, I always like to leave you some mechanics, but I got a quick lesson on some more personal development, spiritual type things as well. So any other questions on mechanics? So I know you said about 30 minutes, right? So we're about there now. Okay, I'll just switch in then to the other part of it. And it's something that I had a realization about. And I think I was speaking with Sarah about it when we were in Florida. Well, last time I saw you, I'm not sure, but I was talking about, I had this realization about, you know, you focus outward, right? And they say when you feel down or you want to help the inside, you focus outward, right? And get the focus off of yourself. But there's another piece to this. And it's something that I was kind of thinking about. Like, I have a thing about trees, right? I've always really liked trees. I think it's amazing. And I don't know, I just got an affinity for them, I guess. And I was thinking about trees, and I was thinking about, you know, talking about the harvest and the fruit and the seasons and things like that. And when you have you know, you have to have time to grow so that you can bear fruit, right? So you can have a harvest, and then you get to feed and help lots of people when you do that. And which reminds me of another Amish saying, going back to when you're doing your business and things don't seem to be growing or harvesting the way you want to. They say, judge the day not by the harvest, but by the number of seeds that are planted. And I think that's key. I'll repeat it. Judge the day not by the harvest, but by the number of seeds that were planted. Right? Because if you plant the seeds, eventually you're gonna get the harvest. And I think what's interesting about a tree, I was thinking about this, when you do work on yourself, okay, if you want to change the world around you, or if you want to change the people around you, if you want to change your situation, you got to find out where that situation is showing up in yourself. And if you can change and grow yourself, and the change isn't necessarily not be who you are, right? It's a way to grow yourself. So if you will grow yourself, right, then your outside world will grow as well. And what came to mind was, you know, a tree will never outgrow its roots, okay? Because it can't. If it outgrows its roots, it'll fall over. So it always maintains balance. And so it's always growing the roots first. If you ever seen a sapling or whatever, the roots are always bigger than the tree, right? Because it's got to get the roots down, it's got to get its footing, it's got to do all that work, right? That's the inside work, because nobody can see that work. Nobody sees their roots growing. They just look at a little tiny sapling and they're waiting, right? They're like, nothing's happening here, but all the roots are growing and the stuff. So if you'll work internally on growing your roots and getting a good firm foundation and getting into where you want to be, that you're unshakable, right? Then the tree starts to grow on top of it. So the tree grows, the tree above the ground, right, grows after the roots have grown. And so I just think that's very significant. And it gets to be to the point then where the tree grows, the roots grow big enough, and the tree grows big enough, and then it bears fruit and everybody gets to win, right? Then you really get to help and change the world around you. But a lot of it isn't focused on how can I change this person in my life, or how can I change that person in my life? It's how can I change? How can I be okay with the situation? How can I grow so that this doesn't trigger me anymore? And then as I'm growing my roots and doing that, my tree will grow, and my outside environment will change after that. And that was, I don't know, that's just that didn't sound as refined as I thought in my head. But I haven't gotten my head around this concept completely, but there's something really good there. I hope it came through a little bit. But if I think that's just that concept of doing the inside work and doing the work that people can't see, then soon after that, the world will see the results afterwards. So I think that's a key thing to have. And I really hope, especially in these days, it's good to have a morning routine. It's good to have some quiet time, do a little meditation, do a little bit of reading, do a little bit of praying, spend time in gratitude. You know, every morning I'll get up, I meditate, I do a little journaling, I spend some time in gratitude, then I do a little reading and a quick workout. And that's the way I get my day started. And if I can win that first hour and a half of the day, then the rest of the day comes easy. The days when I don't win that, my day turns into whatever, I don't know. But definitely take some time for yourself. Do that. If you got to get up a half hour earlier, do it. It doesn't matter if you know, when you meditate, if you meditate for 2 minutes sitting on the toilet, that's better than not at all. You know, so that's I don't know if any yogis ever did that, but maybe they started that way. I don't know. So anyway, guys, thanks for having me on the call. Anytime I can help you guys, I'd love to. And so blessed to have the Hawaii team on our LiveVantage team. So thank you so much. If there's any other questions or anything, just let me know.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Scott, for sharing with us today your heart and your nuggets, and you're speaking my language with the trees. So I fully understood what you were talking about. Roots, roots, roots. And I love it. Just ask the person, why are you sitting here with me? Why are we sharing the space when we invite the people and they show up? I love that. So many nuggets. Thank you so much for being here and being part of LiveVantage. You are absolutely a rock star and we appreciate you. And we will see you in Florida, in Orlando, I'm sure. So
that's right.
All right. Thank you. Thank you all for joining today. I hope everyone has a beautiful rest of their Thursday. And don't forget, everyone on Oahu, we have the big celebration tomorrow, Kristen, and the filming of the Jeep. My sister, Kristen Algren, earned her Jeep. So we're having our big thing and we have our guests coming and our opportunity meetings. So if you are on island, make sure you let us know that you are going to be here with us celebrating. And I hope you'll have a great day. Much love.
CEO. Yeah. The CEO's coming. Steve's coming. Scott and Blue's coming.
Awesome. That'll be great.
Yeah, they're coming to Oahu to share time with us. So good.
So good.
So exciting.
Thank you so much, Scott. That was wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys. And congrats, Kristen.
All right.
Scott, thank you so much.